Hi all. In today's episode, we're going to see how to edit an existing tool and add a few features to it. We'll use the Google Flow Tool Builder for this, and the tool we're going to choose is Storyboard Studio. The reason I picked Storyboard Studio is that it has some gaps, and you, as a user who wants features on top of it, can actually edit it and build your own. So that's what we're going to see today. Let me select Storyboard Studio from the templates and click on it. Now, if you're on at least the minimum pro plan, you'll get the options to edit and remix it. Remix just means you're making another version of it. So you have these two options. So, welcome to Storyboard Studio. It says we only have 5 animation styles here for the storyboard scripting. I'll close this. So this is the basic interface. Quite a few people would have used this tool already, but there are some gaps. We already have an AIO story pipeline, and there are a few other storyboard tools available which I'll demo in the coming videos. For this tool, what I want to show you is how to add 1 or 2 features using the tool builder. This is a very first, basic thing we'll do in this video. So let's go to the edit section. This will only show up, like I said, if you have the Pro account or higher, the Max or the Ultra account. Let me click on Edit, and you get this tool builder. It's basically an agent. Just like you communicate with the Google Flow agent, here you communicate with the tool. So for now, we'll fill the gaps. Let me create a dummy story for this video. I'm going to try a different concept, apart from the storyboard sample, 1 cat and 1 dog talking to each other about cryptocurrency. Create 2 scenes with 2 dialogues. Let me click on this and create a script first. So the tool has created the script and the assets, and placed those assets into the storyboard. Now, if you come to the assets, you'll see it's showing a default wide look, the 16 by 9 look. The storyboard doesn't have a 9 by 16 look. And it also doesn't have the option to upload an image from your device, your gallery, or your project gallery. So for this session, here's what we'll do. First, we'll save the story that's been generated. Then I want 2 things from the tool. The way I'll make these changes is just by telling the tool, in plain, natural language, the same way you'd converse with it. This is exactly the kind of prompt you'd give the Google Flow agent. We're just giving it as words. The first change, there's no 9 by 16 format available for the images, so I wanted to provide that. The second change, for all the assets and all the scenes, enable upload from gallery and device. And when I say assets, I mean the characters, the locations, and the properties. So for every image available, add the option to upload from gallery and device. These are 2 very light concepts the storyboard is currently missing. So we're going to create a new version of the storyboard. Let me execute this and wait for the tool builder to make the changes. One important thing to note, if you're in the middle of doing something in the existing tool when you send a prompt, it will refresh the page, it rebuilds the code. So if you're working on a tool like this, be sure to export or save your story first, otherwise all your content will be erased. Okay, so this is just a character sheet. Let me create everything, and hopefully the scenes get generated in the 9 by 16 format. For now, let's go back here. I'm generating each and every one of them. We've set the style to realistic, and it does look like a real cat and a real dog, so we're not going to change the style here. It's now creating all the locations and properties. Let's wait for 1 more image, and once that comes, we'll go to the storyboard and generate the story. Okay, now the storyboard has come, and immediately, you're able to see the placeholders in 9 by 16. So the assets themselves are generated in the default form, which is fine, because we need the full sheet as a reference for those. But here, you can see it in the complete scene form, as 9 by 16 placeholders. Now, autofill descriptions. Let's run this and see if the images at least come out in 9 by 16 form. If this works, then we've built a very small tool of our own, using Storyboard Studio as the base. Let me generate this, and once it's available, you can just keep expanding the tool from here. So we now have 2 functionalities on top of the storyboard. One is the canvas size, which we asked the tool builder to build, and the other is the gallery, upload from gallery and device, and it's there for everything. I'll share the tool anyway. So if you want, you can remix it and take it a level further with the remix option, remix it, and use it for your own reference. It has given a really good 9 by 16 format. So I'll generate everything and let you know. So we've generated all the scripts, and it's come out really well. The dog, the Shiba Inu, the crypto, all of it, and the dialogues are there too. But the dialogues will only play in the video model. Storyboard Studio doesn't have video yet. Still, you can create one using this. It's all come out well, and if a generation isn't right, you can just click regenerate. So everything is 9 by 16 now, which is awesome, exactly the change we needed. So what's next? Now you have a version of your own. The first thing to do, as I always say, is save the story. You've saved all the images and everything is part of the storyboard. That's one thing done. The next thing, whenever you want to make additional changes, you click Edit and you'll have the editor. Now, it's asking me, do you want me to add a batch download feature for the entire storyboard? What I prefer is, don't do it. If you want to make changes, based on my experience with Google Flow tools, the best option is to create another version. So here's what I'll do. I'll click Done, and in my tool I'll refresh the page so my new tool shows up. Once my Storyboard Studio is available, I'll do a remix on it, so I don't lose the previous changes. What this means is, I could edit it from here, or I could remix. This is going to be my base version, and if you edit directly on top, there's at least an 80% chance it'll overwrite some of your existing features. It'll remove some of what you already built. Based on my experience, believe me, this has happened many times over. I'm not sure of the exact reason, maybe something in the architectural design of the tool, but it still works. Otherwise, you'll end up redoing things over and over with the tool builder. So here's what I want you to do. Whenever you want to add features or do a bug fix, you freeze one. Like I did with Storyboard Studio, come back here, do a remix again, and say this is my version 0.2. Then I'll make a small change. You already have created a custom style, but let me add something. Enable a download button. A download button for all the images in this project, and I want them in PNG format. So this is my 0.2 version in PNG. The default it downloads is JPEG, but I'm asking for PNG so that when you download the zip file, the PNG format sticks. PNG is much easier if you're working with editors, removing backgrounds, and that sort of thing, better than JPEG. But if you're just going to stick with video using these images, the default JPEG is fine. So PNG it is. Let's wait for the tool to build this. And here's the point. Even if it messes up in this version, suppose it removes some properties and breaks the code, we can still go back to 0.1 and remix again. You can discard this version and remix from the base. This is how I work with these tools. From experience, it's a setup you really need to take care of. So let me wait for the changes. It's responded. It says it added a download images as PNG option to the main project menu. Bundle zip download. Auto PNG conversion. Organize structure. Let's check. Let me close this. This is my version 2, and you can see download images PNG. Let me open the project, the one the original storyboard contained, and check download images PNG. Let's wait. It might take a bit of time, because it converts and processes the images to PNG first, then downloads. And there, it's already showing the storyboard with everything in PNG format. Much more convenient if you're working with editors than JPEG. So, we've done 3 changes in this video, all simple ones, just prompting the tool builder, and now you have a very good version of your own Storyboard Studio. This is version 0.2. I'll share the 0.2 version in the link in the description, which you can remix to take further, to add video, and more. I'll also drop a link to my Telegram channel, which you can join. That's where I discuss all the videos across these tools, and certain things that aren't on YouTube get discussed there, with our existing subscribers group. And of course, you can subscribe. Thank you.